So Justin Trudeau has won one of the quickest, quietest elections that I can remember. Part of his party's platform is a new type of savings account. I've heard it called a First Time Homebuyers TFSA or First Homebuyer Savings Account, FHSA. But who cares what it's called right now? Who does it benefit? And can this be a game changer for us Canadians? I'm Sean, and in this video, we're gonna find out. It feels like the House of Commons just played some musical chairs, and it's now business as usual for a minority-led government. JT and his luscious liberal locks have solidified his leadership for the next few years, and though I don't get into politics on this channel, I do get interested in elections, especially anytime the candidates talk about taxes, savings, or anything personal finance or investing. That's what we talk about on this channel. The most interesting offering to me from the Liberal platform was a new type of TFSA, which is the Canadian version of a Roth IRA. And sorry to any viewers in the US, this video is going to be apologetically Canadian. This new savings account is for a first-time home purchase, which is actually a very popular use for the TFSA that already exists. Lots of people use that account to save up for a down payment on a home. So what are the details so far? What don't we know yet? And how can you use this account to your advantage? Okay, so let's get into some of the details. This account combines the best features of an RRSP and a TFSA. It lets you put in up to $40,000 in this account up to the age of 40 years old. The contributions you put in are tax deductible when you deposit them, so you get that money back on your tax return the next year. And then the money in the account is allowed to grow, and when you withdraw it, you don't have to pay tax on any of the gains. The other really cool thing is anything that's left over can just be rolled into your other RRSP account if you don't use it. That's a feature I actually really like. Now, there are some questions because we don't know everything about this account yet. It's only been a couple sentences in the Liberal platform so far. For example, we don't know if, like a TFSA, there's going to be a contribution limit every year. Another question is, are there any age restrictions? You're allowed to have an RRSP as long as you're filing taxes. That could be any time after the age of 15 or 16. However, for a TFSA, you have to be at least 18 years of age and Canadian to have a TFSA. So are there going to be similar restrictions? My guess is that you have to be at least 18 years old to start this new savings plan. Last question is, have you clicked the like button yet? Go ahead and do that right now. Okay, here are some things I really like about the account. Because most people use a TFSA to save up for a down payment on a house anyway, I really feel like this is just giving you an extra $40,000 of contribution room on an already pretty cool account. Usually if you're young and you're trying to pick between a TFSA and RSP and where to start saving your money, it's best to go in the TFSA because of just the tax advantages of saving the RSP for later. But with this account, you don't really have to decide because you get the tax deduction and you can put this in your RSP at a later date if you like. The other cool thing is if you already have been saving in your TFSA for a down payment, you can take what you have and put that money in this new account. Theoretically, you should still get the tax deduction, so it benefits people who've already been saving in their TFSA and want to take advantage of this new account. That's also pretty cool. And lastly, I just really like that you can roll this over into your RSP later. With a little bit of planning, you can leave yourself enough room in that account just in case you decide you want to rent or you don't want to buy a house or you don't use the whole thing for a down payment. So I do think this account actually offers a lot of flexibility. It might need a little bit more thought though, because there's a few things that haven't been kind of clarified and maybe I don't really like about it. One thing I dislike or maybe is a little tricky with this account is even if you start saving full $40,000 when you're 18, what if house prices go up faster than your investments do? Now I'm assuming you put this money into some kind of index fund because people who watch this channel know you shouldn't just stick it in a savings account. It's not going to appreciate very much there. But let's say, yeah, you were to put this in an index fund. What if the index doesn't grow as fast as housing prices do in places like Toronto and Vancouver? What we've seen in those cities has been pretty crazy the last 5-6 years. The other thing you have to kind of consider with this account is if you assume you start saving at 18, let's assume you put 40 grand in your account at 18. I don't know an 18-year-old who has 40 grand, but let's say you do. You could probably double or quadruple that money over 22 years if you wait till you're 40. But what if you wait only till you're 25 or you want to buy a house when you're 30 years old? Well, that money hasn't really appreciated as much at that point. So it's nice that they give you the leeway to go till you're 40, but also consider the money may not be in there for that much time. So this might prompt people to maybe take on investments that are a little bit riskier in order to try and grow this money as much as they can. I don't know, but I still think it's good. You can most likely use this and put it in an investment account in an index fund or something for a few years, which should do better than sticking it in a savings account. I'm assuming interest rates on those are going to stay low for some time. Now, if you want more info on the differences between a TFSA and RSP, check out this video right here. I'll also post any updates on this new account on this channel and on Instagram, so stay tuned, spank the like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on those. Till next time, have a great week, guys. Spread the wealth. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.